Hello again. I really enjoyed doing that last video and I'm kind of a bit more warmed up now. So I'm going to talk about my 7-inch singles collection. 7-inch singles, yeah? Do you still own any? Or if you're of a younger generation, have you gone out and actually bought some from a charity shop or online? Is it such a thing these days? Is like I recall, like we recall my very first single. You went to a shop, there was a whole ritual, there was a whole physical dynamic and a strong emotional dynamic to going and getting it. Do we still have that today? Any younger, I sound really patronising, I'm very sorry. Any younger folk watching, like, I remember my first download. Just be interested. So, are the 7-inch singles that I've still got with me. A lot of them I've managed to hold on to, and just a few I've picked up as an adult, but not very many. One Friday evening at Tesco's in Poole in the Dolphin Centre in Dorset, my parents would go and do a weekly shop in Tesco there. And I remember looking around, and my very, very first 7-inch single that I ever bought was this one. Enola Gay, OMD, hugely influential in my taste in music. And again, in the previous video, I've just been talking about albums from 1980. And, 1980, Enola Gay, there you go. Absolutely sort of the inception of my first buying tastes in music. I love the time-lapse video of that one. You can see it's really quite dog-eared on the bottom there. But anyway, Enola Gay. By the way, I have some awful guilty secrets in this 7-inch collection. I've lost the sleeves of some of them, and God knows what some of these might sound like. Anyway, again, 1981. Vienna Ultravox, absolute classic. I'm probably going to say that about everything in this, more or less. Vienna Ultravox, 4 minutes 38, brilliant sound. Madness, baggy trousers, dirty shirt, yeah, Stiff Records. Love Madness, still great. Really good. Again, that's 1980. There we go. Yeah, it's great, isn't it, Beth? Now, if you've seen the films of this may well disturb you. Art Garfunkel, Bright Eyes. That's 1978. I haven't watched Watership Down, since probably about that time, because the Black Rabbit of Death frightened the sweet life out of me. I'd go to bed thinking about this black rabbit leaping across the fields that might kill me. Now, there's some of these will have come from my siblings, there's possibly some from my parents. City Boy, 5705. 5705. I haven't played it in God knows how long. But Zomba City Boy Music Chapel, Phonogram Limited. Got to look at some of these carefully, because you remember this, you get the little inlays that you could play them, yeah? It's Raining on One Side. Who is it by? And Messing Shoe Blues. This is going to be some kind of rock and roll tribute sound. Tommy Boyce, Richard Hartley. I have to check that one up and maybe write a comment. Another OMD. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, Souvenir. Again, beautiful sound. Coast to Coast. Do the Hucklebuck. Do the Hucklebuck. If you don't know how to do it, then you're out of luck. 1980. So Beth, you say my first 7-inch was I Am a Woman, Hear My Roar. I guess it shaped my life. Yes, those first records do shape our lives. Beth, I don't know if you're familiar with this next group I bought you, but some of my fellow British UK, and again this is 1980, the Nolan sisters. Got to pull myself together. I wonder and cringe how that might have shaped my life. Okay, bringing it up a bit more recently, 1987, Belinda Carlisle, Circle in the Sand. And the B-side, Circle in the Sand, Seaside Mood Mix. I haven't played that. I do have a boxed up record deck upstairs, which you can put it onto digital and tape. So Yes, very well. 70s into 80s, known as just as Hair. Belinda Carlisle. Tom Tom Club, Under the Boardwalk. I think Bruce Willis has probably done the most recent famous cover of this version. Under the Boardwalk. Yeah, remember that one? Sue Wilkinson. If you want to be a hustler, you got to get on. Okay. And a classic. Stevie Wonder. I Just Call to Say I Love You. That's 84. I had it in my mind. It might be a bit later than that. This is one I picked up at a second-hand stall at Wimborne Market because it's one of my most famous, one of my most influential artists, or my most influential artist, which is Jean-Michel Jarre. Oxygen Part 4, and Part 6 is the B-side. Now, Eurovision winners, Bucks Fizz, but not the Eurovision winning song. One of those nights. Again, that is what year? RCA 1981. This one was the second single I ever bought, and it said Jona Lewie, Stop the Cavalry, the Christmas song, and really, really loved this. I have to pause a minute, I've got a dog at the door. Good Christmas song, really fond of that one. Anyway, Boomtown Rats. Diamond Smiles, not a particularly happy track, but a fantastic tune. Punchy, 1979. That must have been one of my siblings. Phil Collins, Something in the Air Tonight, 1981. Again, these sleeves are getting battered, and even for being in boxes, like the faded by the sun. What have we got in there? I don't know this one at all. This must be... Oh, and actually I do. I beg your pardon. Lily the Pink. Medicinal Compound. Yeah, can't remember all the lyrics. There we go. Yes, 1968. That was just a bit before my time, that one. This is one I will have picked up second hand. No, there literally will be a dog at the door, Beth. A little fluffy black one. He's hearing me talking. So, Moonlight Shadow, Mike Oldfield with B-side of Right of Man, 1983. Again, another one of my most influential artists. Now, these ones look a bit battered. This certainly does. Who Loves You? The Mixtures, that's the B-side. Oh gosh, that looks... Ooh, that's going to go crackle, isn't it? The Push Bike Song. Remember that? I do. So that was 1970 again. That must have come from my folks. The Bachelors, Marie, and this is coming from 1965. I don't think I've probably ever played that one, but it's in this pile. Still got a few to go. Of 7 inches. Another Jona Lewie. You'll Always Find Me in the Kitchen at Parties. Fantastic new wave tune. This always makes me smile playing this. Do like this. Again, 1980. Yes, I think I have concluded from these two videos that 1980 is probably the year, the age at which a lot of music sunk into my being and lodged there for life. This was possibly the 4th or 5th single I ever bought, and Elton John, Sad Songs Say So Much. I think probably my first departure from either something very instrumental or very electronic, and still really love Elton John still to today. You might see the Rocket Man poster just looking down there. So Sad Songs Say So Much. I used to stick a label on every record that I bought as well, with like my handwriting from when I was however old. Sad Songs Say So Much is from 1984. A P-Take record about John McEnroe, The Brat, The Umpire Strikes Back, Chalk Dust. If you've never heard it, it's worth going to have a listen to, and it's a good laugh along to. That was from 1982. This is a classic. This is an amazing classic. This has endured, and goodness knows how much money this has earned for Starship and royalties. Nothing's gonna stop us now from 1987. Anthem or what? Love it. And Beth, you'd mentioned about the 80s hair. Check out those 80s hair. Fantastic. This is one I bought. I always got very excited when electronic instrumental music got into the charts, because Jean-Michel Jarre was my main thing, and it's like I didn't feel quite such an alien to mainstream at school when electronic instrumental music got in. And from 1984, Axel F. Harold Faltermeyer, before Crazy Frog got hold of it. Yes, it does exist before Crazy Frog. And I would love the B-side on this as well. Shootout was very, very good as well. It's worth turning up the music on the B-side, turning up the volume. So there we go. Harold Faltermeyer, Axel F. Now, this one is one hell of an earworm. Tom Hark, The Piranhas. You have to laugh or else you die. Yeah, you know the one? Good tune. Matchbox, Midnight Dynamos, good sing-along tune. I have memories of going on holiday with my parents and this being in the car, playing very loud. And there we go. You can see it sort of plugging into a sort of rockabilly sound. Again, in 1980. A few more still to come. My fingers are going to getting dustier and dustier. Duran Duran, Save a Prayer. This is pretty battered, actually. This was one of my brothers from 1982. Good tune. And again, another very good one. Feels Like Heaven from 1983. Fiction Factory. Now I've got some holy ones here. The Buggles. I do count Video Killed the Radio Star as one of my most favourite and influential singles. I don't have that, but I do have this from 1980, from the Plastic Age album, and Island as a B-side. And again, no holder in the centre. Now, those of us of a certain age, we're going to go, oh wow, and I can tell you this is one of my mum's singles because it's got her name written on it. From 1971, Neil Diamond, I Said. Yeah, good stuff, Neil Diamond. I had Smooth Radio on this morning, so Neil Diamond on there. Now, this is going right back. Again, this is possibly one of my parents or even possibly grandparents that they had, I don't know. It's just a Jim Reeves, yeah, a real old-time country from 1966. Old Tig. That's a heartbreaking song if you ever listen to it. Yeah, I'll leave that one there. Oh, and another Neil Diamond from 1970. Cracklin' Rosie, yeah. Bringing it a little bit more up to date, Duran, A View to a Kill. And again, some fantastic 80s hair going on the flip side of that. Still a few more to go. Modern Romance, Best Years of Our Lives. Look how dogged and it is on that. 1982. Again, so sort of young and smiley. And it's like, this is nearly 40 years ago now. Gosh. Again, very typical, symptomatic of my taste in music. Human League. Here comes the Mirror Man. I remind myself of the age on that. 1982. More Duran Duran. Hungry Like the Wolf. Look at that. The wolf's been at that. Or certainly on my size. Yeah, Careless Memories B-side, Hungry Like the Wolf, and that's from 1982. Alison Moyet, All Cried Out. Brilliant. Love Alison Moyet. Love Yazoo with Vince Clarke. And enduring, worthwhile artists to listen to. All Cried Out, side 1, and the year, if I could find it. I can't see the year on there. Nope, don't see the year on that. Moving on, so we've still got a few more left. Oh, this is a good tune coming up next. If I can get this thing back in the sleeve. There we go. Get back in there, Alison. Godley and Cream, Under Your Thumb. Really sort of chilling tale. Sort of bit ghostly, sinister. From 1981. Ultravox. Again, synth pop, Sleepwalk. B-side, Waiting. I will have to get the player out and listen to some of these B-sides because I can't actually place them. Again, 1980. So yes, this 1980 does reliably crop up. You remember when this came out? Ghost? The Righteous Brothers. Not the first time it came out, obviously. Yes, 1965 originally, and came out with Ghost, which I saw at the cinema. And yes, a reliable, damp-eyed film, Unchained Melody. One of my guilty pleasures. Van Morrison with Cliff Richard, Whenever God Shines His Light, 1989. Graham Kendrick, from a Christian angle, came out in 1989 again. Let the Flame Burn Brighter. Gosh, that takes me right back to a certain time in my life. And finally, Neil Diamond, 1978. This is one of my mum's because I can remember mum playing this. You can see how dusty it is, gosh. Forever in Blue Jeans. So there we go. Have a little tour through what 7 inches I have left. I did have more, and not all of those are mine. And if any of my family members end up watching this and want them back, we'll come to some arrangement. Okay. There you go. If you have any memories associated with any of those, or want to say about your first singles or enduring vinyl loves of the musical sort, leave a comment, interact, and I look forward to interacting with you via typing, and I'll probably do a similar video about music and stuff before too long. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, thank you, Stefan and Beth, for your comments whilst I've been watching, and here we go. Take care.